Hello and welcome to episode 13 of the FUTBIN Podcast. It is unlucky for some, however, for me, it's a very lucky day because I have got two extremely well-presented guests, I have to say. Coming back from his slight injury and very much needed break, Mr. MattFUTTrading. Welcome back to the pod. Great to have you.
Thank you very much, Rich. Yes, the medical team, they advised a short 1 week rest, but we're back now, ready to get back into it all over again.
And alongside Matt, Mr. Nate, FUTBIN's own Nate, you were on the pod just before FC26 launched. I think you'd been over to Vancouver, if memory serves me correct. You came back, you were telling us everything FC26, what to look forward to, what to look out for with the game. And now we are roughly 6 or 7 weeks after launch. I have to say, thank you for coming back on. And how are you finding FC26?
It's great to be back on. My injury was a little longer than being out a week like Matt, but 6, 7 weeks. Oh no, I said it. We're back. I'm finding FC26 to be really solid. Content-wise, I've enjoyed most of the content. I think the Evos getting a bit better recently has been a big part of that for a lot of people. I feel like the player SBCs have been solid, and even like the upgrade packs have been relatively cheap as well, and that is good because of the way rewards are working this year with the slower start. So I'm enjoying that. And then gameplay wise, there's been a decent number of updates so far. There's been some good things. They've reverted some things, and I think they're learning what feedback to listen to in the community over others. So I'm sure we're going to talk a little bit about that today, but I'm enjoying the year so far.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. Let me preview what we've got coming up on today's episode. We're going to be kicking off with everything Ultimate Scream. The upgrades are live until the 12th, if I'm correct. We're going to be talking everything upgrades with stats, with players, how that's going to be affecting the market as well, because we've had some big rises and also some big falls in price. We're going to be looking at everything Evos. Matt's going to be breaking down his Evos with the beloved Charlton team, but also what the community favourites are right now. Alongside that, I know you can't wait, another episode of Hot or Not. Our first ever returning guest, Nate, is back in the hot seat.
Okay.
We're going to be looking at 5 SBCs from the week, and he'll be telling us, are they hot or are they not? Should they be done or should they be avoided? And finally, I was over in Atlanta over the last week covering the first FC Pro event of the season. I've done some research. I say some research. One of my good friends, Venny, has done a lot of research on social media, and he has broken down from the 64 players, the most used players from each individual team. And I know everyone asks tactics and formations, what the 16 players' formations were when they qualified through. We're going to be breaking all that down at the end, some surprising results, and what your opinion is on it. Let's kickstart with everything spooky. This is where we left sort of last episode. We were looking ahead to the upgrades. Myself and Keanu alongside Kieran, and we were talking, what do we think some of these upgrade paths might be? It turns out that the upgrade paths have been pretty much what we thought they would, especially with some of the 99s. Let's jump into it. Obviously, this is all the players from the Ultimate Screen promo. Matt, I'll come to you first. Any big surprises in terms of some of these 99 stats?
I'll tell you what caught my eye first when I looked at these, just how many 99 pace upgrades there were. I didn't think there would be that many. Like, you just look at those top 2 rows. What's that? Di Natale, Kimmich, Mariona, Futra, Campos, Dybala, Marquisio as well. Like, they're everywhere.
Yeah. Obviously, for people who don't know, Nate, it's what we've been told, 2 99s, the 6th and then the 5th, or the 5th and then the 6th, something around that, November and December, when basically there's a full moon before the new year. You're going to get a 99 upgraded stat on one of the players. This will only last a certain period of time. It's not a permanent upgrade. I mean, I've not really got your take on Ultimate Scream yet. For the FUTBIN listeners out there, how you found this promo? Have you been impressed by it? Were you a little bit disappointed? Is it what you expected? And then also some of these 99 stats, pretty crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Ultimate Scream started off fantastic. Like the Pogba SBC and some of the Evos bumping up for the first time. It really was like hitting the nostalgia was back with this promo coming back for the first time in a long time. And then the 99 upgrades being a big part of that as well. I think that's the key things with this promo is the player SBCs that we had and the 99 stats. And yeah, so far, these 99s look really fun, to be honest. I think they did a good job of like spreading them out, but also putting them in interesting places for most of the cards. Even for like some of the more, you could say, budget versions or the objective cards and some of the SBCs that were really low value, like the Lukaku or even like the versions of Pogba. I did the incisive pass Pogba, and I had the most nasty McGeady spin yesterday with his 99 dribble. Like it's a fun card to use. And yeah, I enjoy the 99 stats for sure. And some people have said they feel like the stats are fake, but I feel like I notice a difference the most on the 99 defense and the 99 pace for sure. But the defense was like, I used that Moon, I think his 84 rated center back card with 99 defense, and his tackling was just unbelievable. He doesn't even have anticipate, and it felt like he had anticipate plus. So
I mean, it's so interesting, right? When you look at before the game came out, stats were going to be more important than playstyles. Now, 6 weeks in, we get in 99 stat rated players, and people are saying they don't necessarily play to the stats. I think it's hard to justify how do you feel a 99 pace or 99 shooting. For example, I think with defending and maybe dribbling, it's a little bit easier to spot. Like, I don't think I'd have made that tackle if I'd have had that. With a 99 shot player, for example, let's look at this Paul Pogba, the CDM version of him. He's got 99 shooting stats across the board. That doesn't mean you can score from 45 yards and hit long shots. It's hard to justify sometimes, Matt, and I think that's where maybe people are slightly getting a little bit let down by some of their players, could you say?
I think so, and it's also that trade-off between, okay, that 99 Pogba, that 99 shooting Pogba, what shooting playstyles do you have? You know, is it better to have 90 shooting with low-driven base, 85 shooting with low-driven plus, or 99 shooting with nothing? So there's always that relationship a little bit between the playstyles and the stats, and I think that's why some people might be experiencing that. I know I'm using that that Benzema now, 99 pace, but there's no quick step and there's no rapid. So does that mean, a lower pace player with those playstyles gets the boost? I think we'll get some good tests coming out probably over the next week now that the upgrades are live, seeing how these compare.
How are you finding this Benzema? Obviously, he was an objective player through the gauntlet. You didn't have to complete all the gauntlet objectives, but you had to do, I think, 7 out of 8. A lot of people saying he's really good even before the pace upgrade. Do you think we're going to see him a lot, especially in champs, over this upcoming weekend?
I think so. I've been playing the Screamers tournament a little bit, and I think that's maximum. Is it something like 2 or 3 over 86 or something like that? And he's been featuring a lot. Let's put it that way. And it's still the low driven plus, I think, that makes him really, really desirable. But now that he's got that pace behind him, I think this is going to be. I think in general we're going to see a lot of Scream cards and maybe a lot of those lower rated ones that weren't previously getting in. I know one there that I've got is that Cabal, the Colombian centre back from Juve. 99 pace now.
Yeah. I think when you actually look at a lot of these players as well, Nate, quite a lot of them were given out from the Lewis Skelly objective as well. Like a lot of these at the bottom here, these 84 rated.
Yep.
I would say not all, but most of these, if you want to use them, are viable. Batty, for example, he can play left mid or left back. He's got 99 passing now. As a left mid, he's all right. Like that's if you're struggling to get a team together, that's a decent player to use. You're looking at Agora as a left mid. I think a lot of these for me, the 99 pace ones especially, unbelievable off the bench. You're playing champs, you're going late in a game. That injection of pace just to blitz somebody feels pretty nice. when you look as a whole at this promo, some of the prices, especially Nate, are pretty ludicrous.
Wild.
Where would you sort of give people advice if they're looking to maybe pick these players up for the 99 stat? Would you be extra careful?
I think it feels a little safer now than it did right away after the upgrades dropped. Obviously, not all the cards, but most of the cards, it would be safe to say generally that they dropped in price. If you look at most of the graphs of the players on FUTBIN, like Kimmich went down, not a lot, but he went down, or Mariona, Karchawi, even Dybala, who I was invested in and had some sold before the upgrade, he went down in price after the upgrade. But now that kind of investor, the overinvestment thing that was going on there when so many people had bought these cards thinking they were just gonna fly, right? And then they didn't. So then all of a sudden people are like, well, I got to get out then. And then boom, you have the crash. I think after the dust settles from these first couple of days of the 99s, especially once we get into the weekend, I feel like that these should start to rise back up a bit because, I mean, we had division rivals rewards. That's kind of our last supply for team 2 of these Scream cards. So they're going to go out of packs. And it's not like the 99s are going away tomorrow. Like they're going away next week. So I still think these cards are going to carry some demand through the weekend. And that would be hopefully a time where they can go back up in price a bit.
What would you say, Nate, in terms of, because I know like the weekend league sell-off has been hitting people like a truck this year. Do you think this is going to hurt even more with Scream cards as people have used them for their weekend leagues and then the boosts will be coming to an end next week?
Yeah, the weekends have been a tough place to navigate the market for sure this year. The Friday night bubble, as I've kind of started calling it, is probably your best place to be either playing your games and then selling your team, or not the best time to buy, that's for sure. Because usually Friday, once FUT Champ starts, for like 2 to 3, 4 hours before the rewards start getting opened, but when everybody's going and playing on a Friday night, that's when you see prices just literally explode. Like most of the graphs you could look at, meta gold players, informs, out of packs, ratings, reload, and cornerstone cards, they go up a lot for that time frame. But then, like you mentioned, the weekend league sell-off starts to hit, the rewards start to hit, there's more tradable packs. All the packs now in Champs rewards are tradable. So you see the prices decline usually throughout the weekend. I think that these cards will still have that movement, but hopefully it's a little bit less like crazy, because I hope people feel like they don't have to sell this. But since people are used to doing that, then maybe they will. So yeah, I'm hoping for a rise into Friday night, and then I have some of these cards myself, probably try to sell them then, use them too, but then maybe just look to get out and be safe in that way before you have the weekend league sell off. So we'll see though. It just depends on how much they go up, I think, between their upgrades, the lows, and then where they are now into the weekend.
And just a question, I don't know if I missed the information. The next time the full moon comes round, is it going to be a different 99 stat or the same?
I don't. Did they say random 99 stat? I think it's going to be random. I think that might be in like the text of the game in the news tab. I hope it's a different 99 for the players. That would make it more fun.
I mean, someone like Griezmann, for example, he's tanked pretty hard. He's down like 13% in falling. But if you did invest and you've got a few of them there, maybe you do play the long game. You wait until the next full moon. He might get that 99 pace, recoup some profit. The one thing I was going to say, and you might not know the answer, there's only a few players that have gone up in value. I mean, on this first page here, Dabinia, Schneider by a very fractional amount, and Hamsik. Do you think that's just because people were surprised by the 99 stat that they got? I mean, you're looking across the board, really. Hamsik with defending makes him very, very viable. Dabinia, the shooting, makes her one of arguably the best cam on the game with quick step as well. Right up there. And then Schneider, obviously, got quick step and then gets 99 dribbling. Do you think that's just individual basis across the board? It has been a pretty hefty decrease.
Yeah, for most of them, it's been a pretty sizable drop. But a few of those cards that you see that are up, I think that's more so due to they're expensive and they're more rare on the market, and less people would have invested in them for the hope of the price going up, like Pulisic for the other matter, or Joao Felix who have dropped. I will say the Cabal center back card, they got 99 pace. That is kind of the outlier because he just got a price range update, I believe. He was extinct at like 85K And he's got 99 pace with Anticipate Plus and Lynx Quadrado, who a lot of people have. So, like, that's a card that has gone up, but for good reason, because that's a crazy looking card. So,
yeah, I'm really excited to see what else comes, to be honest, with this promo, because I think there's a lot of potential. I mean, we're rounding out towards the end of the week. We've got rumours and innuendo of potentially some sort of Champions League promo that's going to be coming around the corner. Also, you've got to think, this isn't confirmed, but you've got to think that there'll be some sort of FC Pro live items again that will be associated to pro players, which obviously that starts on the 24th of November. You can see me there. I'll give you a shout out. But I think for the most part, we are in quite an interesting place with this promo because we're rounding down, but because of the longevity of it,
yep,
this is going to be around for a little while. Speaking of items that are going to be around for a little while, let's jump into Evos. We've not done a huge amount of Evo chat on the pod. Part of that is I don't necessarily associate and play a lot with Evos, but there's one person on this podcast who loves an Evo, and that is our very own MattFUTTrading. Matt, obviously you've got the Charlton team, but you are constantly with the finger on the pulse of the community and the Evos that are being generated through the community. What's happening with Evos? How are you finding it? And I suppose what's the community Evo hype at the moment?
Yeah, I think if you'd have asked me the same question before Ultimate Scream, I'd have said Evo's probably not that exciting, really. You know, I haven't really seen too many in teams. But over this sort of Ultimate Stream period, you've definitely seen an increase in that sort of Evo power curve, and I can share the screen. You know, we have that ability over here as well, and we can go through what I'm personally rocking. So it's no secret I am a Charlton fan. We've been doing a big first owner Charlton Evo project, so all of these are first owners. Shout out, by the way, just a quick caveat. Whoever on the EA content team decided to give Ibby Fuller a promo card. It's the first one we've had for Charlton since FIFA 20. And
wow.
It was a flashback Aidan McGeady, if you remember the name.
Just a shout out. Yeah.
So, yes, very nice that we get a promo card there. But yeah, I mean, you can see here the amount of sort of Scream items that are in here now. And I think it has been a case with Evos this year. Again, it's been a slow process up to Ultimate Scream. It's been very much sort of chipping away at things and, you know, putting your intercept playstyle base and your relentless playstyle base and those repeatable Evos, which we haven't seen en masse for a while now. No. You know, those 5 times Iron Lungs and Ice Veins Evos. We haven't seen those now for a little while. But I think we're at a stage now where we are going to start seeing some larger Evo boosts. You know, we've had the Musiala Evo that was free for everyone. That was a big boost, giving Tech Plus. And yesterday's Evo for a centre mid, I think you could get like 88 shooting for some players in that. So we are starting to see those boosts now. And I think you will start seeing, I mean, I'm doing it personally. Things like the Jockey Plus Evo. That you're now going through Gauntlet. You're starting to get some players, as I say. I used my Amari Bell in Champs this weekend. I didn't notice a difference between him and the likes of Kunde in terms of, you know, how they're playing in game. So I think, you know, you got Finesse Shot Plus coming through the Season Pass at some point, Intercept Plus coming through the Season Pass this season as well. So I do think you'll start seeing a lot more Evos popping into teams. And one thing that I've been doing, I'm not sure if, you know, there are too many people that know about this. I want to give it a shout out on the pod. If you go to the community tabs over on FUTBIN Web, it is coming on app very, very soon. And you head over to any of the... I prefer doing like the big leagues, but you can do this with nations as well. You can hit Premier League, and then you can go and see what the most saved evolutions are to people's My Evolutions right now. So if we take a very, very quick look, we can see probably a lot of the names that you're seeing in game. A whole load of Churky evolutions. So again, different paths to all of these. I know you can do like intro to evolutions and then those individual playstyle Evos that just alter the path. But yeah, it's a really nice way for me. I mean, you can see nearly 3,000 people have saved this specific version.
Wow.
and then hundreds more doing all the other variants. So it is a nice way to, if you're looking for some Evo inspiration. Obviously, we have popular Evos, but you can now look at on a league level, even a club level. I'm doing this as well, specifically for Charlton. There's more than just me, but we have pages and pages of people that are saving their Evos. So if you're like me doing these club teams or past and present teams, definitely a good place to get some inspiration.
Do you feel as though, and this question for both of you, I'll come to you first, Nate, in regards to Evos. Do you feel as though this was always the plan, or do you feel like the Evos that we've had recently, especially, have been quite reactionary to people being disinterested with Evos?
Maybe a little bit of both, but definitely I think the boost recently, it was because of the community's feedback. I mean, they made that aware in the one post that they made, one of their pitch notes, I think it was, that they said that, evolutions have been a piece of the game where people feel like they haven't been able to upgrade cards enough. So they kind of wanted to juice that up a bit, which I think I would agree with. There needed to be a boost there. But also, as the year goes on, we're going to get bigger Evos, more expensive Evos. I mean, what's been our most expensive Evo so far? Like 35K? Have we had a 50K Evo yet? I'm not sure we have.
I don't think we have. I think
the
35.
one we just got yesterday, I believe. What was it?
730?
35K, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of the most that we've had right now for one Evo. Sure, you can chain a few together and it ends up being more than 50, 60K. But, I mean, that's kind of what we're waiting for next, I think. It's like that massive marquee Evo. Kind of like how the Musiala one, even though that was free, like that, but a paid one that a lot of people can put great cards into and get a great card out of. Those are the Evos that we remember,
Well, I mean, we're probably right around time of some sort of massive free icon or some sort of. I mean, what was it? This sort of time last year, we got the Ballon d'Or.
Oh yeah,
promo fiasco, whatever you want to call it, and the repercussion that came with that. I know you've showed us here over to the EA Sports FC La Liga, Matt. A lot of the same players, but I think it is quite interesting. You sort of see how the community are thinking.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see, if you total up how many Camavinga Evos there are there, I mean, that's probably over 10,000 saved just to people's, My Evolution pages. So I do think it gives a really, really nice snapshot. And again, it baffles me that the most saved version is not the one with Tiki Plus. So
true.
Maybe, I've made these mistakes in years past where an Evo is released and you just do it there and then suddenly they can't fit into other Evos that would have given a better chain. So I actually did that yesterday. Shout out to Sonny Carey. I put him through one Evo, and then we had yesterday's Evo, and I could have got like an 88 pace centre mid with 84 passing, and now no longer possible. So I do think, that if there's one bit of advice I can give on Evos, definitely don't charge in with them. And again, look around on FUTBIN, specifically in the community sections. If you have got specific leagues, teams, nationalities that you're looking for, there's a lot of inspiration out there at the moment.
I suppose the final question I've got on Evos, Matt, we've seen what feels like we've gone from here to there in terms of upgrades over a very short period of time. Do we see it plateauing now again for a little while, or do we see another quite sizable upgrade and quick progression with Evos coming? So it feels like you can get sort of an 85 rated, 84 rated now with low rated players. I know I'm doing Luca Connell, who plays for Barnsley. I think the last time we were on the pod, I was speaking about him. The Evo that I've got him in right now takes to 85 rated, Tiki Taka Plus with pretty good stats across the board. I can see it being a little while until that can go to a 87 or an 88 rated. Do you think that's where we sort of are right now? Do you think we stick in for a little while?
I think so. I think we're kind of at that stage now where we've just kind of got up to like the 85, 86 on some range, overall rating. We're starting to get the stat boosts. Probably the next level is probably then going to be some Evos that start giving that 85, 86 with the Playstyle Plus on top. Get that probably to an even level, probably across the board on most positions. that'll probably take a few weeks. By then, you're looking into sort of Black Friday, where we get sort of that big power curve creep then in the cards on the market and available via promos. Probably then is when I imagine we'll start seeing those 87, 88 rated Evos coming through.
And one final question on Evos. I said I had one more that I think the community ask a lot. I've had it when I've been streaming or making content or in the YouTube section. People always ask, should I do this with coins or points? What's sort of the verdict, Nate? Is it always go coins unless the coins are ridiculous? Like Maradona was 500k last year, but 1,000 FC points. And when you plateaued it out, I'd never encourage people to spend FC points, but the value was there rather than in coins.
Yeah, I think that's always a tough question, especially with the pre-order points that we've gotten now. The third installment of those just came out recently. So if you've got some of those laying around, I think some of the bigger Evos, if you don't want to shell out coins and mess with that budget, I think that points in that way are a good way to go. But I feel like as well, a lot of these Evos being 20, 30, 40,000 coins, you can even kind of make it your mission for the next couple of days in the game. If you're going to say, all right, I want to do this Evo, but I'm going to motivate myself because I'm using coins and I don't want to spend money by saying I'm going to go make 20 or 30K trading on the market, investing whatever in the next couple of days. Give yourself a few days to do that and then do the Evo. And that way you're like not losing as many coins and you gain the knowledge of how to make coins and you can go do that again and increase your coin balance there. So that's one way I would motivate people to think of it. If they're scared of using coins, I use just coins solely. And it's not that scary now, only being 20 or 30K. But when it comes to 500,000 coin Evos later in the year, that's a lot. So
I was just going to say, just on that point about the paid Evos, do we feel like there are a lot more? Maybe we're not going for the 500k Evos, but are we going to go for 10, 50k Evos in a short time frame? Because it feels to me like I'm struggling a little bit to keep up with the amount of coins that I'm shelling out. 5, 6 paid Evos a week.
Yeah, I looked earlier today, and it certainly feels, just to the eye, simply on the eye test. I'm not looking, and I imagine that the data would back it up as well. But just simply on the eye test, it looks like there is more paid Evos than there is free Evos, and the paid Evos are pretty substantially better than the free Evos as well, which in previous years, Nate, hasn't always been the case.
Yeah. It does come and go here and there. It feels like right now, though, it's very paid heavy. And maybe that is because they've just bumped up how big the boosts are for the Evos. But even then, it's not, when you keep seeing it over and over and over, it's not something that you really enjoy seeing. That's for sure.
I mean, what's the phrase? Death by 1,000 cuts. Like 20k every day. It will chip down. It will chip down that coin balance.
It will.
So yeah, I think Evos better than where we left off. Left off. There we go. Easy for me to say. But if you are heavily into the Evos and you're heavily grinding, there's a lot to do. There's a lot of Evos there for you to entertain. I tell you what is also very easy to entertain, and that is an SBC. There is a lot of content on the market right now. And it only seems fitting for another episode of Hot or Not, Hot or Not, with Nate. Nate, I'm going to give you 5 SBCs. All you need to tell me, are they hot or are they not? Are they complete or are they not?
All right.
This is from the last 7 days. We will start with Ji-Sung Park.
Oh.
Coming in at 205k-ish.
At first, it was a not for me. But after seeing the 99 pace and then seeing the price and the other SBCs that have come out, I think he's a hot. I will probably be crafting this SBC with the future links to Hyunmin Son in mind, but also Premier League links as well. So I'm saying, that's completable.
I didn't even know this SBC came out because I was away.
Okay.
Another player of the month, Mbappe. I saw 3.8 million coins.
Yeah, that's a drop. That's not hot. No way. Not with the facilities that I have in my team, my club. So crazy. That's back-to-back player of the months for him, and 4 million coin plus SBCs back-to-back as well. Wild.
Max 88 base icon upgrade, 195k.
Man, I haven't done a single icon or hero upgrade pack this year except for the very first Max 86 or whatever that we had. And that's not to say they haven't been good value, though. I would actually say I think that icon pack is a hot if there's no other players that you have left to do, and that's motivating to you is to like hit an icon pack like that, which it is for a lot of people. I think they've been decent value so far this year. You think about a lot of the 88s you can get in that, even like just 87s that are still way above 200,000 coins for an icon in the market. There's plenty of them from that pack. So I think that's hot as well.
Anya Batel, 50k.
Budget beast. Right back, left back, huge shooting boost. The links, obviously, like that's a must-do SBC, I think, as well. What 99 stat did she get? Can you see that there?
Dribbling, I believe.
Was it dribbling?
Yeah, if memory serves me correct,
Okay.
I think it was dribbling.
Okay. Yeah, I think regardless of the 99 stat, that's a very great card for the price. I've been using Alex Scott at right back, and she's really good. I know she has Anticipate, and Onabate does not, but they're probably the same type of build of player in game, and I kind of like having a smaller, shiftier right back. So,
and finally, maybe the most completed SBC of the week, Marcus Rashford player pick, 250k.
With all the other ones that I think are good, I think this one may have to be a drop or a not hot for me because it is a Rashford card. But if you already have an Evo or want to do an Evo of him, there's plenty of those out there that look almost just as good. The difference will be down the line, like months ahead of now, when that card can be evolved and he has the unique right wing part of the card or the striker/cam part, then I think that's when that card will shine. But that's kind of the way that I looked at the Paul Pogba as well. I went for the cam for the future, not just for the CDM being maybe the best, like in the here and now when he was dropped, and just for like vibes too. So I'm going to say Rashford's not hot, or he's a drop, but it's close. It's close.
It's a maybe.
Yeah.
It's a maybe.
Yeah.
There you go. Hot or not, episode 13. Matt, I'll come to you now. A little bit further discussion on the SBCs. I know you're shaking. You were nodding your head on the icon upgrade. Completed it. Did you get Gareth Bale?
It wasn't Gareth Bale. Gianfranco Zola.
Yeah, that's a good.
Whoa.
So
Really good.
I was just looking at how much did we say the SBC was?
190k.
Yeah.
190k, and the packs back. Do we know what we got packs back? I feel like there was a 25k in there, at least.
You get a jumbo gold pack, a jumbo premium gold pack, and a premium gold players pack.
Okay, so I would always say, you're probably making about 15 to 20k in that. So the cost is like 160k.
Yeah.
The amount of cards above that value, about even, potentially more, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, let me I'll very quickly share the screen. This is 88 rated icons.
Yeah.
Max 88. Bale, Thuram, Rio, Vieira, Ribery, Chiellini, Desailly, Torres, Blanc, Rooney.
Look at all those.
Zola, Cha, Van der Sar. Like, there's a lot of good in here, in my opinion. I've not done it yet, but I think I will.
Even some of those like 300k or 200k, like Cece, 267,000 coins, but I've heard only amazing things about her in game. Or even Barnes, Pinchon, Rijkaard. Yeah, I played against him yesterday, and he just was a complete truck. Like, I couldn't get past him. It was a wall.
I mean, we do go down in price pretty quickly, and I think that is the problem that's putting a lot of people off.
Yeah.
These 86 and 87 rated icons
are
pretty bad.
Do you think we're still in that stage, though? At least for, let's say 160, 180k, where even those bad icons, they don't improve a team just a little bit. I would always say, you know what? They don't make your main team. They probably make your gauntlet team. That's my justification for everything. Whether you want to spend 180k on a gauntlet centre mid, that is up to you. But
yeah,
Nedved's improving a team.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Unless you've got a special version of Nico Williams or Mbappe at left mid, like a 5-star weak foot playstyle plus. I think that's the big thing. Every icon's got a playstyle plus.
Yeah, like Paul Scholes. Paul Scholes, 115k, incisive
Yeah.
plus in centre mid.
With good
passing.
playstyles as well.
I wouldn't be annoyed with that. Yes, obviously you would prefer someone a little bit more expensive, but like it's usable at this stage, I think. Still,
Absolutely.
Let us know if you did it down below. Let us know if you did the icon. Who did you get, and is it worth us doing? I think there's a week left on that, and it repeats in 3 days, so there's a chance to re-up it again if you are so inclined. If you've got the fodder to do that, good luck to you, and I hope that you get Vieira or Bale or Robert Pires. Let's chat a little bit about the recent FC event in Atlanta, because I think this is very interesting. A lot of people are always asking for advice on the teams. That's the number one question. I'm sure you get Nate. I'm sure you get Matt as streamers. Can you give me advice on my team? I can give you some definitive team advice, okay? For everyone out there who's wanting advice on my team, I can give you it right now. I can tell you the best players in the position that the pros are using. The restrictions were 7 million coins, and that was it. 7 million coin budget for the entire team. Should we do formations first? Because I think it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
There were 16 players who qualified into the event. The most used formation, the 8 of the 16, half of the players used. Can we guess it? We'll do it as a little bit of a quiz. We'll quiz it up.
I would go either 4-4-1-1 or like a 4-5-1.
Yeah, 4-5-1 is what I was going to say.
So 8 players used 4-5-1.
Okay.
3 players used 4-4-1-1. 2 players qualified with 4-2-3-1.
Okay.
1 player qualified with a 4-1-4-1, which is a formation that we don't really see at all used. And then 2 players qualified with a 4-4-2. No wingers at all. No 4-2-1-3, which a lot of people say is like a very strong formation. None of the pros who qualified in used 4-2-1-3. I was speaking to Oberon, who's one of the best players in the world. He finished runner-up to Anders last year on commentary, and he said, I said, do you have any tricks up the sleeve for the Pro Open when we get kicked off? He said, I've got a 5-back that's cooking up that is going to be unbelievable. So just get ready, because I think there is a 5-back with a certain set of tactics.
Oh, no.
That could be potentially
coming out.
Game-altering.
And just to confirm, Rich, when we say 4-5-1, we mean the one with 3 centre mids.
3 centre mids.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Goalkeeper. There was 1 goalkeeper used more than any other goalkeeper in the tournament.
Is there any rating caps?
No rating cap. It's just 7 million coins.
Just coins.
And you have to use... I can hear the typing.
That's me.
You have to be able to use 2 screen players in the team, and you're not allowed to use any gold commons. This player was used 35 times out of 64. So there's 64 competitors, over half used this 1 goalkeeper.
And any icon restrictions?
Nope.
Ooh, okay.
We are on a podcast.
Is it an icon? Is it an icon?
It is an icon.
Is it Van der Sar?
35 of the 64 competitors used Iker Casillas as their goalkeeper.
Right then.
So for everyone who says Van der Sar, Petr Cech, you want these big goalkeepers, Iker Casillas, the most used goalkeeper, and the main reason, I think, footwork plus.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we talk about his price for a second? It's obvious.
540K.
Oh my gosh. He was going from 460K last week to right now he's 700,000 coins.
Yeah. And I think that mainly is just due to every single person at the event using him. If you look at the graph from the before the tournament started on the 31st of October, he was 490K. Yeah. Right now, he's just sold 700K.
When does the So the budget is 7 mil. I'm assuming that there's a cut-off for that. So
it'll be the Friday before.
right, okay.
Usually.
So as long as they have
Okay.
that team bought and submitted, and it totals. Gotcha. Okay.
So there you go. Surprised by that?
A little bit.
A little bit, but now that you've said it, it makes perfect sense.
Right.
Yeah. Left back. There was one left back used 39 times out of 64. There was another left back used 19, and everybody else was 1 or 2.
I'd
New
say
Menge.
Nuno, yeah.
Nuno Mendes. That's
Yeah.
quite an easy one.
Who was the other
Right
one?
back.
Who was just out of curiosity? Who was the other one?
Theo Hernandez was used 19 times.
Okay.
Okay.
Right back. 29 uses out of 64. By far the most. Second place, 15. I think
Hakimi.
this will surprise you.
I would go with Cafu.
Nope.
Not Hakimi either.
Nope. He was second
Wow.
with 15.
Okay.
The most used right back at the pro event was Valverde.
What?
Yes. No, I do remember that now. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Valverde, the most used. So people are saying, right back, who should I use? Valverde.
Interesting.
Koundé was used 7 times, Llorente 10, Zambrotta twice, and Dumfries once. But Valverde, by far the most used right back.
Wow.
Why then on Valverde would be my question.
A lot of them trigger the run with the right back to get forward. He can play going forward. He's got good stats in the final third. Better than Hakimi, better than a lot of others. Relentless plus to second man press in the area. It's a wild one but that caught me off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Centre back, I think this will catch you off guard as well. The most used player at centre back was used 41. He was using 41 out of 64 teams.
Marquinhos.
Yeah.
Correct. Second place, 33 uses for Giorgio Chiellini.
Wow.
Do
I've
you know
seen the
what?
price go up. I've
Do
seen
you
the
know
price go
what?
up.
It was in my back pocket. Was Giorgio Chiellini?
After that, Stam was used 15 times.
Yeah.
Saliba 7, Koundé 7, and Militao 6.
Wow. Okay.
So the Bruiser Plus, huh?
Bruiser Plus. Yeah,
Yeah.
big time. Left mid, there was only one player used. He was used in 56 out of 64. He was the most used player out of any player picked. He was the most picked player.
People
So
use
he
Nico
He was
Williams.
used left mid, which is
Mbappe?
surprising. Mbappe.
Oh wow.
He would much rather use left mid than striker.
Yeah. Okay.
Right mid,
Informed Salah.
Inform Salah was used in 25 teams. Believe it or not, it was actually at right mid.
Tabinia Scream? No.
Nico Williams.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he can play on the right. He can
So
play on the
you
right.
inverted them over.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Centre mids. This player was used in 52 of 64.
It's got to be somebody with incisive.
Tierney Reinders,
I was going to say.
Oh,
right,
okay.
Is
Or
that-
Tiki-Taka, yeah.
Cornerstones or
the
base?
Cornerstones version, yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, the most used striker, you could probably guess, 42 out of 64 teams,
Claudia.
Claudia Pina. So there you go. So if you want advice on your team, Reinders in centre mid, Pina up top, Casillas in goal, Marquinhos at centre back. Done. Enjoy
Wow.
it. That's the advice for the team.
Who was typically partnering Reinders?
Reinders and De Jong.
De Jong, okay.
And
De Jong is very good.
Bonmati was the most used cam.
Okay.
Okay.
No real CDMs because nobody really used CDMs in the team. Pateas was used. Zé Roberto was used quite frequently. Busquets was used, I think, 12 out of 64.
Okay.
SBCs could be available. But there you have it. The big one, really, the most surprising one for me, Iker Casillas in goal.
Yeah.
Very, very surprising. But there's coins to be made there if you're watching these events, Nate, for people at home.
No, absolutely. Every year when the first couple of pro events come in, there's absolutely movements like this because people are still in the early game stage trying to figure out what cards are the pros using for what reasons, what formations. And a lot of times, especially with the new tactics system where you can just copy a code and boom, you're good. It's even easier now to say like, okay, I want to play like pro. Boom, put in the tactics, get the players, and you can do exactly that.
Absolutely. Final point of the podcast. We often, usually we talk a little bit about football, but after Spurs' result at the weekend against Chelsea, I'm going to leave us for the football chat this week. I'm going to give a miss on that. Buckley's big discussion of the week is going to be about really the communication and the frequency of tuning, updates, patches. Do we think it is potentially too much? Are we enjoying it? Do we like the constant communication? I think the constant communication, for the most part, is a very good thing. But do we think that we're going a little bit too gung-ho, shall we say? What I can reveal, at the weekend when I was in Atlanta on the pro event, there were some of the real lead developers of the game and people watching the pros play. They were asking for feedback, really in-depth, honest feedback as well. I had the opportunity to speak to a couple of people, and I mean, I told them we need to sort corners out, lads. Let's sort these corners because I'm conceding way too many corners. We got to stop the short corner, and it was all taken in good sort of spirits, but. The reason I bring this up, the last podcast we had with Keanu, we were talking about the live tuning. We were talking about controlled sprint. Within 2 days, controlled sprint is back to what it was, really. What do we think, Nate? Do we think we are being a little bit too quick on the accelerator sometimes?
I think you bring up a good point. EA needs to be careful going forward about what feedback they prioritize and how quickly they react to things. I don't think that updating the game more often will always be a problem, but I feel like the goal is to update it to a point where it wouldn't have to be changed that much. You know what I mean? Like if we get to a spot where most people are just like, let's go, this is sick. And then they just like, hey, well, now it's more so hands off. We tweak a few things here or there as cards go up and things change in that way. So maybe it will be a bit more front heavy this year. Like there has been a good bit of updates, like you're saying. But yeah, I think there's maybe a balance, and maybe after these first couple of weeks, we've noticed that, and we felt that after the first initial rush of like, wow, EA is like really listening to the feedback.
What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I think whatever they do, whatever EA do, whatever changes are made, there will be people that are for it and people that are against it. I don't think we're ever going to get to a game that everyone is happy with, because I think, a goalkeeper movement that did the rounds, didn't it? A few days ago, maybe a week ago now, on the socials, people saying, "I'm really for it, I'm really against it," and bit of a divided community. I think certain more hardcore pro community potentially seeing the skill gap element, and then the I won't say lesser skilled, but some people might argue that end of the community was saying that it isn't for them. And I think whatever we do, controlled sprint being taken out and then brought back, it's going to be really difficult to please people. So I think it's going to be really difficult, but I think the community, where we can, we have to try and think a little bit more objectively with these changes. Try and view it as, we need something meta in attack. Otherwise, it's going to be as it has been in previous years, with a very sort of 5-back defensive heavy game that is decided by one or two mistakes, and historically, that's not what people have wanted.
Well, I also think, and I'm really sort of interested in people's opinion. I'm looking through the comments of the last podcast we did, where we talked a lot about goalkeeper movement, and just seeing the disparity in comments as well. Like some people saying goalkeeper movement unpopular because it's more effective than manually defending. That's why it refers to a bailout mechanic by a lot of people. Some people saying that they really enjoy goalkeeper movement, and I think that's the problem when you summed it up perfectly. We're all playing the game for a slightly different reason. You've got people who are trying to earn what can be described as life-changing money from this game. And you've got people who are coming back after a day at work wanting to get on and play a couple of hours. And whenever the game is, even in my opinion, it's still made for a casual audience, and we just happen to play the game competitively as a community. And if you are playing champs and you are playing rivals, you are partaking in some element of competitive gaming because you're playing against another player, and there's a reason why you're trying to win. And I think that's where we have such an interesting balance. And as you said, I think EA do need to be ever so slightly careful in the next step, because I would come out and say I think it was a misstep what they did with the controlled sprint, and that's why they reverted it. Very rarely do you ever see them go back on something. Almost
True.
never.
I think
Never.
You know, I know personally it's very, very difficult not to be reactionary when it comes to the AFC. There will be games where I play and I will say, I love keeper movement. What a save I've made. Like, I've just saved the game with that. And then there'll be another game where a guy reads me 10 times and I want to throw my controller out the window and I want it gone. So, you know, it changes game to game almost, like your opinion on some of these mechanics. So, yeah, do need to sometimes just, you know, foot off the accelerator a little bit, assess, is this a good thing? Why is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Why is it a bad thing? Personally, I think there's arguments for both on the goalkeeper movement side specifically. Yeah, we gotta weigh those up and try where we can to deliver relevant feedback.
Final question of this podcast. We've played this game for a long time. We've probably got nearly 30 years experience between the three of us. We've seen a lot. How long do you think we'll get before we see another patch? I think we might wait a little while. If your two opinion, what do you think, Nate?
I would have to say probably at least another 2 or 3 weeks. I know they put out that poll about goalkeeper movement, but that doesn't necessarily mean they have to update anything right away. So I would say somewhere before Black Friday, somewhere in there though.
Matt?
Yeah, I think Black Friday would be a good point then. You know, you have power curve creep. Suddenly, you know, there might be some balancing changes based on more players getting more stats, more play styles. And let's not forget, you know, big new thing that EA released earlier this week was the play tests for the new mode. So potentially on their side, a little bit of focus going on that in the next coming weeks.
Yeah. If we were to very quickly predict, what do we think that is? I mean,
I think
everything that is sort of going towards a new mode, people play testing. I mean, we can hypothesize, can't we? If some sort of open world, that's what's been talked about for a long time. But deep down, I just don't know how that would work.
I want to be watching Richard Buckley on a five-a-side pitch and I want to be hurling abuse every time he misses an open goal and just say, Rich, off you come, mate. You know, winner stays on. That's what...
Do you know why that's just a thought? Because I don't miss, Matt.
I've played enough pro clubs with you to know that is not true, Richard Buckley.
Too good.
Nate, what do you think? Some sort of... I mean, what do you think?
I think it is something related to open world. I mean, they kind of even mentioned it in their tweet. They said some sort of open something experience. So, you know, right after that, then the leak tweets are saying open world this, open world that. So I'm sure it'll be related to that. But
I think it's VR AI, and we put a headset on, and we see ourselves on the pitch.
We're all just sitting here,
So you're telling me I can two-foot Richard Buckley in VR?
It's like
FC.
Xbox Connect, but moving forward 20 years. And
First-person POV.
Get those shin pads on, Buckley, mate. Get those chinnies on.
I've got a captain's armband just there. I will be wearing it. Right, that will do us for another episode of the FUTBIN Pod. Let us know your thoughts on everything we discussed down below. Thank you to Matt for joining me as always. Nate was our very special guest. Nate, where can people check you out if they want a little bit more Nate in their life?
YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, even if you really want to go there. The FUTAccountant, search that up and you'll see me.
Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next week. We've got a new promo to discuss. All the fallout from Ultimate Scream, FUT Champs, and everything else Ultimate Team. We'll see you next week for another episode of the FUTBIN Pod. Have a great week.